Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Centrics. In today's video, we are going to build this beautiful website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This website contains multiple sections and a lot of animations. We are going to use GSAP animations for this, which is an animation library based on JavaScript. Let's take a look to our website now. So this is our website. You can see the starting animations. This is a header. This contains list items, and this is the beach section. This is the paragraph and padding. This also contains an animations. You can see the subscribe section and a footer. Also, this website is completely responsive. You can see this is completely responsive. It is also designed for mobile purposes. Let's start coding. First, you have to download the folder from the description below. It contains all the files and the images that we are going to use in the project. And after downloading it, I will show you how to open it. You can click on right click on that folder and open with code. It will open it in a code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code for this. And if you wanna do it other way, you can open the Visual Studio Code and you can click on file and open folder, and then it will show you the file path and you can select there, and after that it will be opened. After opening the HTML file, you will see something like this. We have the section divided for everything. We are gonna work in these sections. First, we will start with header. I'm gonna type header and give it a class name of header. And inside that header, I'm going to type a class name of logo. It will be div created with a class name of logo. I'm typing B in it. And after that, I'm gonna create an unordered list, which is gonna be a class name of nav list. Inside that list, I'm going to type a tag. Inside that, a list item. In that list item, I'm going to type about and then give it a class name of list item, nav list item, and also give a class name of link to the a tag. I'm also typing a section here, so when we click on that a tag, it will scroll down to that section. Just copy and paste that, and we're gonna change things in that. About this is going to be articles. This is going to be subscribe. I'm also going to change these sections. This will be article and this will be footer. You can see how it looks. We can click on these buttons and it changes the links. Let's move to the classes. I'm going to type a fonts.google.com. Let's pick out some fonts from here. Pop Roboto font. Select these fonts. Don't select the italic ones. And after Roboto, I'm also going to take some Source Sans Pro. Select these. Also some Poppins. Just select these fonts. On the right hand side, just click on import and copy this link and paste in your CSS file. After that, I'm gonna define some basic styling. Let's clear the defaults. The font family for all the fonts will be this one, Source Sans Pro. Margin will be 0 and padding will be 0. Box sizing will be border box. After that, let's select body. Inside that, we are going to be doing overflow X hidden, so it won't overflow side by side. Scroll behavior will be smooth. So when we click on the link, it will scroll smooth. It will scroll smoothly. Root element, I'm going to define some elements in here for colors. The white color, and give it a class name of FFF. The brown color, you can copy these colors. It's going to be RGB 57, 57, 57. Light black color, this is going to be RGB 46, 46 and 46. Just copy paste these. This is going to be light font. This is going to be skin color. So 140, 130, 138, 224 for this, 200, and let's do 221. Let's move to list item. I'm gonna give it a color of inherit, so it will copy the color of its parent, and text decoration will be none. Let me check, it's the nav list. Let's close this. You can see all the list items will be color inherit and text decoration will be none. So let's move to the Navbar section. First, header. Width is going to be 100 view width for this, and height is going to be 100 pixels. Background color will be transparent. Display will be flex. Position will be absolute, so it will stay on top. Top 0. Z index 999, so it will stay on top of everything. You can see after that, logo color will be RGBA. Let's do 225. Blue, on the blue one it's 220, and it will be 0.781 for the opacity. Flex will be 1. Display to be flex. Align item center. Justify content to center. Font size will be 50 pixels. Let's not do 50, let's do 80 pixels. And font weight is going to be 700. Text shadow Let's do 5 pixels, and 50 pixels black. So it will scatter. After that, opacity is going to be 0. I'm going to change the opacity as the animation occurs. You can see the logo looks good. Let's move to the nav list. For that, I'm going to doing flex, and it will be 8. So it will divide the 8 sections for itself, and the rest remaining will be for the logo. And display flex, align item center, justify content will be flex end. So it will stay on the end. This style to be none to remove that points. Color will be white. You can see it's aligned with the end. Let's do lav list item, which will be the list item li. Then that padding will be 0 and 55 pixels. It's 2.6 and 2 RAM for that. Margin will be 0 and 55 pixels. Let's see. It looks good now. Cursor will be pointer for this. Opacity 0. I'm also going to animate this, so that's why I'm adding this. Nav list button. Margin will be 0 for this and 55 pixels. Padding will be 0.6 RAM top and bottom, and 2 RAM for left and right. Letter spacing will be 1.8 pixels, so it will separate the letters from each other. Let's remove this margin and add letter spacing in this, 1.5 pixels for this. Background will be transparent. Border will be 1.5 pixels solid. For the color, I'm going to add white color. Color is also going to be white for this fonts. Opacity will be 0. Cursor pointer again. Opacity 0 will be removed. You can see. Let's check what went wrong. 0.6 RAM. It will 0.6 RAM. My bad. Okay. Don't worry, guys. We will adding image in the background, so it will be visible. Let's add another section. Link color will be white and text decoration will be none. Background to be black. To show you how it looks, you can see how it looks now. I'm going to remove the background. Let's move to the next section. This is the main section. Just type section dot main section. So the main section will be the class name, and it will create a section with the name of that. Also give it the ID of main section So when we click on navbar, it will scroll down to this section. Let's add a main top div on this. This is going to be a upper div and this is going to be a bottom div. I'm going to add h1 in this. We can add beach or any other heading you want, and h3. This is going to be a subheading, black sand beach. Also span for the line in the bottom, and in the main bottom section I'm going to add a h2, slow traveling. You can add whatever you want. After that, I'm going to add a paragraph, a heading 4, travel blog, a span, and a paragraph. You can type it or type lorem 50, so it will automatically create a paragraph of 50 words. Let's see how it looks. Let's move to the styling. For the styling, I'm gonna add comments for this first, so it will be visible. Main section. Let's start with main section, the section tag. It is going to be a background of URL. You can check the images folder. And let's add main.jpg in that. I'm going to add the center, so it will be centered, and cover for the size. Let's add width, 100 view width. Height is going to be 100 view height, 110 view height. You can see, looks good now. Let's add display flex. Flex direction will be column, and width is going to be 100%. Color will be white. Let's add to main top section. Width is going to be 40% and height is going to be 50%. Display will be flex. Flex direction will be column. Align items to be flex start. Justify content will be flex end. Margin left, let's do 10% for that. You can see. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Let's add main top, not. Let's add hyphen in that. Okay, now it's good now. Let's move to the main top and h1. Let's clear the heading one first. The font size for this will be 6 RAM. Padding bottom will be 0.5 RAM. Position will be related. Let's add transform, translate y. This This is going to be 150 pixels. This is for the animation, guys. Let's add an opacity of 0. For now I'm going to show you how it looks. This is how it looks. Now let's move to the main top H3 tag. This is going to be a letter spacing 3 pixels. Font size will be 1.4 rem. Font weight will be 500. Color will be RGBA 242. Let's say 224, 223, 200 and 0.7. Let's add position to relative. Transform, translate Y 150 pixels. Opacity for this will be 0, so it will animate. You can see how it looks. Let's move to the main top and span tag. It's going to be a width of 0 rem for right now. Background color will be white. Border will be border radius 20 pixels. Height is going to be 4 pixels. Display to block. Margin top will be 1.3 rem. It's not going to be visible right now. Don't worry, we will increase the width for that, so it will animate. This is the span tag. Let's add some width to show you guys. Let's add 2 rem. You can see it's on the top of peach. Let's remove it. Let's move on with the main bottom section. You can see it's main bottom. I'm gonna put height of 50%. Width is going to be 100%. Display will be flex, and flex direction will be column. Align item center because I want to align it to center. Justify content will be center. Color will be RGBA 224, 223, 208 and 0.7. Opacity will be 0. It will also animate. Transform, translate Y. Let's put 150 in here. 150 pixels. Position will be relative. Overflow will be hidden. You can see it's not visible right now. Don't worry, it will be visible. Main bottom H2 tag. The color of this tag will be white. Font size will be, I'm gonna calculate it, 2 view width plus 1 view height. It will vary according to the view width and view height. Font weight will be 500. Margin will be 10 pixels. Let's move on to the main bottom section. H4 tag. The font weight will be 500 for this. Font size will be 1 rem. Letter spacing will be 4 pixels. I'm gonna copy paste this and let's put a span here. Let's remove these properties. Width for this span will be 3 rem. Height will be 3 pixels. Display will be block. Background color is white. You can add background or background color, that's both fine. Border for this, border radius will be 40 pixels. Margin will be 20 pixels. Let's move to the main bottom, P tag. The margin top will be 20 pixels for this. Width will be 45%. And that's it. I'm gonna add the media queries for this. Let's add mix width to 600 pixels. Let's start with nav list. Opacity will be 0 again. Visibility will be hidden. I'm gonna remove this and put it after the nav list, nav section. Let's also show you how main bottom section is looking. Let me find main bottom section. Yeah, here it is. Let's remove this opacity from here. You can see it's looking really beautiful. Now let's move to the article section. I'm going to start with section, article, the class name, and the ID will be articles for this. I'm going to add article heading as a div, and class name will automatically be added. After that, I'm going to add an article image section. In the article heading section, I'm going to put a H1. I'm going to type latest articles in that. You can type whatever you want. Let's add a P tag. I'm going to add some subheading for this, our most recent post. And a span for this. After that, in the article image section, I'm going to put a box for this image, and the source for this image is in the articles, in the images folder, article 1. I'm also going to add another div in this, which will be image content, H1 in this image content. After that H1, I'm going to put P tag. In that, we are going for lowers blossom. You can add whatever you want. After that, it will be a span tag. This box is complete. Now I'm gonna copy paste this multiple times. 2 and 3, 4. There's gonna be 3 images for this. You can see it's 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to change the images for this. Article 2, and in this one article will be 3. Lily will be changed. Let's put tower here, and in the subheading I'm going to put untouched blossom. Untouched tower. Let's put untouched tower. In the third one, for the heading, I'm going to put a beach in here, and this subheading will be endless beach. You can see it's not styled right now. Images are here and headings are here. These are the headings. Let's move to the styling. Article, I'm going to copy article section and paste it here. Let's start with article. This will be color white. Background color will be RGBA 3, 34, 44 and 0.834. After that, I'm going to put a width of 100 view width. Height will be fit content. Min height will be 120 view height. Display will be flex. Flex direction will be column. Align items to center. Justify content to center. You can see how it looks. Let's move to the article. Headings. In that, I'm going to put a width of 50%. Height will be 30% for this. Display will be flex. Align content will be center. Flex direction will be column. Justify content is also going to be flex end. Let's move to the next section. Article heading, and I'm going to modify H1 for that. Font size will be 3 rem for this. Font weight will be 500. Padding will be 0 and 0.6 rem. Letter spacing will be 3 pixels. You can see how it looks. Let's move to the article heading and p tag. I'm going to put letter spacing of 2 pixels in this. Font size will be 0.95 rem. Color will be RGBA 224, 223, 200 and 0.7. You can see it's lighter now. Let's move to the article heading and span section. This will be a line, so I'm going to give it a width of 3 rem. Height will be 3 pixels. Display will be block. Background color is white. Border radius for this one will be 45 pixels. Margin will be 20 pixels. Margin top will be 1.5 rem. You can see how it looks. Let's move to the article heading. Let's remove the heading and images. Article images. Let's align this container. Align content for this will be flex end. Let's do flex start. Justify items will be center. Display will be grid. Width will be 70%. Height will be 80%. Let's do grid template columns to repeat. Auto. Fit. And min max will be 20 rem and 1 fraction. You can see the images are still big. Don't worry, we'll sort it out. After that, I'm going to move to images. Box. Display will be flex for this. Line content. Line items to center. Flex direction will be row. Justify content will be center. Width for this will be 30% and height will be 80%. Flex wrap will be wrap, so it will automatically wrap the images. Transform translate Y will be 100 pixels. Let's move to the image part. Box image. Position will be relative for this. Object fit will contain cover. Background size will be cover. Width is going to be 350 pixels for this. Height will be auto. Box shadow will be 1 pixel. Not 26 pixels, 36 pixels. Minus 11 pixels. RGBA 000.75. You can see this looks cool now. I'm going to add this heading on the top of the image. Let's go to image content. Position will be absolute for this. Display will be flex. Flex direction will be column. Text aligned to center. Align items to center. Width will be 30% and height will be 30%. Justify content will be flex end. Text shadow will be 1 pixel. 10 pixels in black. Opacity will be 0 for this. So right now, transition all 0.5 second ease. I'm going to animate this also, so don't worry, when you hover on it, it will be visible. Box hover. I'm going to add this effect in the CSS. Image content will be opacity 1. Transition all 0.5 second ease. Image content will be H1. Font size for this H1 will be 2 RAM. Font weight will be 500. Letter spacing is 2.5 pixels. You can see the space in between. Let's move to image content. P tag. The font size will be 0.9 RAM. Margin will be 10 pixels. Let's move to image content. Span tag. For this, the width will be 3 RAM. Height will be 1 pixels. Display to block. Background color for this one will be white. Let's move border radius to 40 pixels. Box shadow will be 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 10 pixels and black. You can see how it looks. Let's check the latest article section, why it's not centered. Section. Yeah, here it is. With 50% articles to this. Let's try center. It's not moving. Let's change it to 100%. Okay, let's make it massive. Oh my bad. Let's move to this to align items. Now this will be centered. Yeah. Now this is centered down. You can see it's looking great. Let's move to the newsletter section. Dot newsletter. It's gonna give it a class name of this. I'm going to type a section in front of this. It will create a section with the class name of newsletter. Let's do newsletter div. This will hold the content. There is going to be a form in this, so I'm creating a div with a class name of form. In that there will be h1 which will be subscribe. Let's add h3 in this. Sign up to our newsletter. Let's put input in this. Type will be email. And there's going to be a button which will hold submit. You can see. Let's move to the footer first. We will style it later. Type footer dot footer. It will create a footer with the class name of footer. Let's move to the logo second. This will be a second image for logo. I'm going to type B in it. ul.footer list. This will create a unordered list with the class of footer list. Also add some links out and copy paste some of these. Let's change this to articles and this one to subscribe. I'm also going to add an ID for this, so it will be scrollable. Let's move to the styling now. We will start with newsletter styling. Newsletter. The width is going to be 100 view width. Height will be 40 view height. Display will be flex for this. Flex direction is column. Align items to center. Justify content to center. Background color will be RGBA 0, 10, 24 and 1. Let's check it. Yeah, here it is section. Let's move to the newsletter div, and in this div let's put a height of 65%. Width is going to be 80%. Font width is going to be 100% for this. Height is going to be 100%. Align items to center. Justify content to center. Let's do space around for this one. Display will be flex for this. Flex direction will be column. Color for this will be white. Let's move to the form H1. Font size will be 4M for this. Font weight will be 500. Let's move to the form H2 H3 type. Font size for this will be 1.1 RAM. Letter spacing will be 3 pixels. Width and font weight will be 500. I'm gonna add padding of 1 RAM. You can see how it looks. Let's move to the input. Form input. Width for this will be 25 RAM and height will be 3.5 RAM. Margin will be 1 RAM. You can see it's much bigger now. Let's move to form button. For this I am adding a padding of 0.5 RAM and 1.5 RAM. Color for this will be white. Background color will be transparent. Border will be 2 pixels, solid, white. Margin top will be 10 pixels. You can see it looks much beautiful now. Let's move to the footer section. We will start with the dot footer. Width for this will be 100 view width and height will be 25 view height. Display will be flex and align content, align items to center. Background will be transparent. Let's do RGBA 3, 34, 44 and 0.8. You can see how the footer looks. Let's add a more depth. Yeah, it looks good now. Let's move to the logo second. The font size for this will be 4 rem. Font weight will be 700. Width will be 20%. Text align to center. Color will be RGBA 224, 223, 200 and 1. Justify content to center. Float will be left. As you can see, the logo looks beautiful. Let's move to the flex end. Justify content, flex, start. You can see it's perfectly aligned now. Let's move to the footer list. You can see this is the list. This is the footer list. I'm going to do a float of right on this. Width will be 70%. Display will be flex. List style is none. Height of this will be 20%. Align items to center. Let's do flex end. Color will be RGBA 224, 23, 200 and 1. This is the pinkish color. Let's add 223 for this. It will be a light grey color, light whitish color. Justify content, so it will be flex end. You can see we can add some padding into it. Footer list, li. This list item, I'm going to add some padding. Padding will be 1 gram, 2.5 gram. Letter spacing 2 pixels. Let's move to the media queries. Media only, screen, and max width is going to be 600 pixels. Logo second. Opacity will be 0 for this. Visibility to hidden. You can see how it looks. Let's resize it. Let's inspect it. You can see it's totally responsive. Don't worry about the design, it will be perfectly fine after the animations. can see how it looks. Don't worry, after animations it will be fine. This is the mobile version. Let's move to animating. Open the JS file. I'm going to write this in GSAP. Just type GSAP. This is an object that contains various methods. I'm going to type GSAP register plugin because we need to register a plugin of scroll trigger. You can write scroll trigger in this. Once we register the plugin, you can see these are the script files that we are using in the GSAP. You can see because of that we got the GSAP object, and in the GSAP object I am going to write the first animation, which will be GSAP.to, and this will be the element that we want to animate. It will be logo, and we are going to add some duration. This is the duration, it will be 1. Opacity will be 1. Let's add X to 30. You can see these all will be wrapped in an object because we have to pass it in an object. You can see the animation, you can see the logo, it's animating. Let's copy paste this. Let's first check the second element that we're gonna animate and remove this opacity. Yeah, we're gonna remove all the opacity. You can see all this opacity will be removed. Yeah, everything is removed now. Let's go to the JS file. You can see it's looking much better now. Let's copy paste this multiple times. I'm going to change the element and duration and the animation. This will be nav list item. This will be nav list button. Let's remove these two. You can see there's some animation going on. Let's do this too. Delay of 1. These both will be delay of 1. So first the logo will come, then this. You can see. We'll check it again. It will be coming after a delay. Let's copy paste it some more times and remove this nav list button to main top h1. This will be main top h1, and let's move this to main top h3. Let's add one more property. Y will be 0. So this Y will be 0. Delay will be 2 in this, and delay will be 2 in this. You can see it's animating very well. Let's copy paste it some more times. For this, I'm going to add a span, and Y will be 0 removed. It's going to be width of 3.5 rem. Add this in curly braces. delay for this will be 3. These are the simple animations. Opacity, let's remove the opacity, and this is how it will be. First logo, nav list, then this h1 and this. You can see it's animating very well. Now add it some more times. This will be main, bottom, and the width will be removed. This will be opacity of 1. Let's add one more property. Y of 0. Let me check. This is, let's remove this to GSAP to from to. We can add from to property. It will help us modify the initial stage, and we are going to type the same element in this. Article heading, and for the animation we can add 2 objects in this. The first object will be initial animation, and the second object will be the after animation. Let's do scroll trigger. Once we scroll, this gonna animate, and scroll trigger will be the same because we are going to trigger the scroll and trigger the animation once this comes into viewpoint. And Y will be 0 for this. And copy paste this. And Y will be 100 minus 100. And duration will be 1 for this. Ease is going to be power 2. Let's remove this scroll trigger, it's not needed here. You can see these are the animations. Once you scroll down, it's supposed to animate up. You can see this is also animating. I think I had something. Article heading. Okay. My bad. This will be Y0, and this article heading will have a dot because we are triggering the class name for this. Let's add one more animation for this first. GSAP.to. Dot box. This will be object and scroll trigger to newsletter. Y will be -0. You can see it's animating now. It's animating up once we scroll trigger it. You can see it looks good now. It's totally responsive. This is the mobile version. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you like it. If you like the video, please click on like button, and you can also share it with your friends. And also you can press the bell notification and subscribe the channel for more latest videos. Thank you so much.